What's up, guys?
Hey, I had to remember to unmute Tom.
Yeah, that's what do we always do? We mute Tom because nobody likes Tom.
Because you're normally eating candy, we can hear it during the intro.
You hear you crunching and munching.
Be honest.
I don't have candy tonight, actually.
This time I can hear music as my son's having a dance party by himself in his room, so I apologize.
Nice.
That sounds like a grand old time.
Well, we got a pretty fun show tonight. We have two ladies from Haunted Happy Hour, Lili and Vanessa. You want to bring them in? Well, let's just get started. Let's get going.
Yeah, let's just jump right into it.
Jump right in tonight.
I like it.
Tom's new title down here.
Hi, ladies.
Director of Fun Stuff.
How are you?
Good.
Glad to be here. Me too. I have to tell everybody that I have been trying to get these ladies on the show for so long. First, and as sad as it, I tried for our haunted lives and it just didn't work out with some things. And I was like, that's it. I'm going to bother them until they come on this one. it didn't take much arm twisting, but it was like,
actually, all right, let's go.
And I was, as soon as we picked a date, I'm like, yes, finally, we've been trying to do this.
Very excited, yes.
You could be honest if it did.
Yeah.
You could say she bugged you until you know.
That's fine.
I know. I didn't do that. I'm like, God damn it, it's Ashley.
I feel like that's how a lot of people
usually say that
my
a lot.
name. They're like,
there's Ashley again. Crap.
Hey.
So
I'm okay with it.
Why don't you guys describe a little bit about what Haunted Happy Hour is, so people that maybe not know exactly what it is, what exactly you guys are doing with Haunted Happy Hour?
Yeah, for sure. So, first of all, if you don't know about us, get it together.
Let's go. Come on.
Yeah, we live under a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So, really, I mean, here we go. Short story long. So, realistically, Vanessa and I kind of started Haunted Happy Hour during COVID. And it really started as a podcast. And it was more so of an outlet for us to be able to talk about the paranormal, which has been, just a huge passion of ours since we were little, quite honestly. And when we started the podcast, though, we're like, I don't even know who the heck is going to listen to this, but at least we get to talk. Oh, yay. At least we get to talk about, the things that we like, share stories that we like, and more than anything, be able to just chit chat me and her. And so as the podcast kind of progressed, one of the pieces of the podcast is every episode starts with a cocktail, hence Haunted Happy Hour.
Right.
And so Vanessa was actually our barista for the whole podcast. And so every episode we have a new drink. As the seasons progressed, we realized, oh, hey, we're having a lot of cocktails with coffee. Wouldn't it be cool if we could have our own coffee line and actually feature our coffee in these cocktails? And so really that's how it happened. And it was the coolest experience to honestly find a partner to create these amazing blends for us and kickstart our whole coffee adventure from that point on. I don't know about you guys, but clearly me and Vanessa are obsessed with coffee. And one of the really cool pieces of it is anytime we come up with a new blend, Sarah, who is our third Haunted Happy Hour member, she's actually our barista, and she's the person that comes up with all of our blends. Vanessa and I are really the coffee tasters.
We have the hard job.
I was gonna say, how do I join that?
So it's cool though. She's our little mad scientist and creates all of these blends and does a whole sampling for us. Here's 5 different blends I came up with. Let's do a tasting. And that's really how we go through selecting all of our different coffees that we have. And one of the funnest, I think, parts of the job is doing that. But I think also one of the cool things about it is we also are able to partner with different, I guess I'll say entities, teams, whatever it is, to create blends for them as well. So I know that we've done one with the Roadhouse, the Haunted Wreck Island Roadhouse. We've done one with Paraflix, the Paraflix network. And that's always really cool too, being able to come up with these samples and sending them over to these people or doing the tastings in person and just having the fun of tasting it, talking about it. And I think for us, our favorite one to do though was the one at the Roadhouse because we actually did the tasting at the Roadhouse. And one of the really cool things, I know Ashley, we were talking about this before. So we have the blend for the Roadhouse, which is Helen's Black Forest blend. And when we went to go do the tasting with Lisa, who's the owner, and Candy and Derek Slater, we're all sitting at the table, and all of a sudden Derek, who has abilities, was like, I'm feeling, some people coming through right now, and they want to sit at the table. We're like, okay, that's cool. Like, what are they saying?
Yeah.
And so that was probably by far my favorite tasting because of the fact that they were able to partake in actually offering up, hey, I like this flavor, I like this flavor, add in more notes of this. And it's funny because John Looney, who's actually known to be one of the spirits at the Roadhouse, he came through. And he was there sitting at the table talking about how he wanted a whiskey flavor. He wanted like this, that, and the other. And then Helen came through, one of the other spirits, which is who we named the coffee after. And hers is the one that ended up winning out. So the Black Forest blend, she chose that one specifically, which is really cool to say. So if anybody out there picks up one of these bags of our coffee, of course we'll have them at the expo when we're there, but on the back of the bag it actually has the story of how that flavor came to be. So really cool.
See, that's really, really cool because you have like I've never heard anything like that before, and I think that's pretty awesome, especially since it's like it's like we always say, sitting around having a coffee or a drink with a group of friends, and spiritually we don't know who's all there, but the fact that they had that outlet and was able to choose a coffee, that's really cool.
Yeah. That's what made it really memorable for us too. So that was really cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of any other coffee that was kind of came up by its spirit like that. So, I mean, you guys have a fun story there at least too.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
So I heard that there might be a new one that you guys have been working on. Can you tell us about that?
That is true.
And that it might come in a cool little. Well, I shouldn't say little, but
it totally does. So. We actually ended up teaming up with Parahouse Magazine. So Parahouse Magazine reached out to us and was like, hey, I really want to do a coffee. I want you guys to pretty much create it, but I want it to be fun. Like, what can we think up of, like, to make this fun and stand out? So we actually have some connections in Salem. And so we kind of came up with, in honor of this year actually being the 333rd anniversary of the Salem Witch Trials, we came up with this really cool coffee that comes in a actual wooden coffin, custom wooden coffin. And the coffee itself, though, is actually a dark chocolate raspberry and light rum flavor. These bags of coffee were actually rested for 13 days and 7 nights in the House of Seven Gables. And they come with a certificate of authenticity signed by the House of the Seven Gables. So it is honestly, it's such a freaking cool project that we were able to work on because, to be honest, I'm super obsessed with Salem. I know Vanessa and I,
we love Salem.
Yeah, we always talk about Salem. We've been to Salem a couple of times now. Such a great city full of amazing history. Exactly. And to be able to team up with such a historic location was incredible. Like, they are the nicest people ever. They were super about doing this whole entire project. And it was just an amazing experience, like, all around. So I will say we have these on our website. So if anybody out there is interested in trying this, definitely pick some up. It smells delicious. Obviously, I have not had any one of these bags because they're special bags.
We don't want to waste them on us.
I was
so.
just going to ask how many are available.
So
if I get one, I'm bringing it to Rock Island, and we're all going to have a glass.
oh my God, Ashley, you need to do it. We are, I hate to say it, but we're coming down to slim pickings here. So we've had a lot of people actually pick up their bags. People have been super excited about this one though, because realistically, who's done this before? You know,
exactly.
So it's a super amazing coffee. Some people have said that they've bought one, but are not going to open it. They're putting it like out for decoration. So it's really up to you. But people have been really raving about the flavor of the coffee as well. So depending, haven't really decided yet one way or another, but we might release the flavor just as a general flavor, obviously without the infusion of the quote unquote spirits, but still a really cool flavor regardless.
Also, if you want to pick up our bags, any one of our bags are available on our website. So this one's our bourbon, or you can pick up any of the other ones that we offer on our website, as you can see down below.
About how many different kinds do you guys have currently on the website? Do you know?
Right now we have the bourbon, which is our probably honest bourbon. Yeah, it's our signature fan.
Our original one.
Yeah, everybody likes that one. You know, we have, I will say, a higher percentage of men do order the bourbon. We have one of my favorites, which is actually the Paraflix blend of Sweet Rum Bliss. That one is delicious. If you like banana, that one is your flavor to go with. We have the Helen's Black Forest blend. We have this Para House one, the House in Seven Gables. We have a pina colada. I feel like I'm missing something. But we're also, I will say, we're also going to be coming out with another coffee. I don't want to forget this one. It's actually for the Haunted Files. So the Haunted Files on Paraflix. So we actually got to talk to Eric and Mike and came up with a really cool blend specifically for them. So they had a really great time kind of sampling all the different coffees that we sent their way. Hey, Jenny, that we sent their way. And they actually decided on a pistachio Irish cream coffee.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yep.
So that is going to be released in October to kind of partner with the Hallowflix happening in October. So it'll be an exciting one to look out for. So anybody who isn't going to the Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo, that one will officially be there as well at that show.
So get you some.
Yes.
I feel like Tom's not going to be at our table at all, and he's going to be at your guys's.
You know what? That does happen. It's okay. It's okay. He has to go down the menu and taste every single one. You just kind of
He will
too. Although my friend also went to a Realm of Darkness blend. I'm just saying.
Oh,
you know.
Ooh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Look at him. He's already ready to go.
Tom's marketing already. Yeah.
I will be the official
He's
taste
making
tester
sales
too.
pitches.
You know.
Tom's making sales pitches in the middle of the episode. What's the next thing?
I love that.
I could easily replace this monster with a cup of coffee. I'm just.
Well, there you go.
And we do drink a lot of coffee when we're filming.
It's a sign.
Maybe we should be an official sponsor of Realm of Darkness.
We should.
If that happens, you guys got to come on an investigation with us.
Oh, I'm there. We're about it.
Okay, good. I love it.
We love investigations, so we're about it.
And it's super smart having coffee with the paranormal because like half of us are up until 3-4 in the morning. And you need something to get you going.
We have been known on investigations to bring a bag and start brewing it up. So just saying.
I'm okay with this.
I'm no
We need more
complaints
than
for
one,
me.
though.
So it's funny that your love for the paranormal turned into such a great business idea and everything that's happened.
Right.
But what got you interested in the paranormal? Did you guys have experiences, grow up in a haunted house, or was it just an interest?
Well, we did have a lot of experiences here and there growing up. Through our mom, though, like let's backtrack a bit. So, through our culture, the Hispanic culture, we really love Day of the Dead. We really, talk about that sort of thing. And we were raised on, you're not supposed to be afraid of death and things like that. It's just a natural thing. It's part of life, So we, our mom has been the one that really has opened us up through that. And so through her, it kind of opened our eyes into that realm. And then, just growing up, just with, relatives passing on and things of that nature, our mom talking to us about that type of thing. And then through her as well, though, we started getting or having experiences and kind of just saying, hey, mom, this happened to us, or this happened one night. What do you think? What do you make of it? And so, she was able to talk to us versus, being a taboo type of, situation, which sometimes happens. So we were lucky enough to have somebody that we could trust and, go to with questions of this type of deal. So that kind of branched our, kind of thinking and sparked a big interest. And then we started realizing, wait a second, people actually go and investigate and do all this stuff. Hold the phone. So that kind of got us really interested because, like I said, growing up, we had little things here and there. And then we wanted to start learning more and going beyond what we went through and just seeing other people going through certain things like this. And we just thought it would be really cool to start investigating. And we had no idea what we were doing. We were really young. We started like when I was about in college, really young. And I remember when Lily and I would get together, we actually, during the time when, internet wasn't really a thing, we would kind of try to go onto this radio station site and print out their directions to haunted locations. But this was back when it was like before all the navigation systems and everything.
Yeah.
And MapQuest was a thing,
MapQuest,
it's like walk 2 paces, turn here, then, what I mean? So yeah, so it kind of grew into that type of thing. And then we started making it a thing where we'd go print out this website's directions on these haunted locations and that haunted location. And we just got really into that. And it kind of just blew up in that way. And so we started getting friends to come along, and it just kind of, took a whole, monster of its own. And we just loved it.
That's so awesome. Yeah. And I mean, that's really cool because I know growing up, I had some experiences too, and it steered me into, that direction where people, as crazy it sounds, but you guys probably like the games of stiff as a board, bloody Ouija board. I was all about anything and everything like that. And now it's funny because my son is kind of getting the same way. He's about to be 9, and I don't know how to explain this kind of stuff to him. So my son is also of Hispanic descent. So we actually showed him Coco, and that movie, it explains it perfect for children. Right. And now at 9, he goes, Mommy, I want to go to the ghost house. I want to do this. I want to do that. I'm like, oh, I created a monster.
That's hilarious. It's funny though, actually, because my son is kind of the same way. My son's only 4. But whenever we go to events or we go on investigations, it's funny because now it's gotten to the point where if he sees me leaving the house, he's like, Mom, are you gonna go be with ghosts? Today, actually. No, today's
that's actually really funny. That's so cute. My daughter's the same way though. She used to be afraid of it and didn't want anything to do with it. Now that she's a lot older, she's starting to understand, and we've had a lot of chats about it and things. And she actually went on her first investigation with Lily and I. I want to say it was last month. What was it? A few months ago or something like that.
It was in April. I think it was in April.
Yeah. And we actually did an episode about it on our podcast, and she was one of our guests. So yeah, I mean, that was her first experience, and she's like ready for the next one.
It is. It's addicting.
Yeah.
Once you start it.
And that's why I find it funny. Like when he does, he goes, "Are you going to a ghost house?" And I always have to tell him if the guys and I are going live, because he watches the live, like makes my husband get on and watch it. And I love getting a kid's perspective, because we've been at locations where my son was at home hearing things that we weren't hearing.
Oh
wow.
And it was crazy, because he'd be like, "Daddy, why are there children where mommy is at?" And he's like,
oh geez,
"I don't hear kids." And he's like messaging us like, "Do you hear children?" And we're like, "No," but
oh wow, that's so cool.
And
that's
kids
cool.
are always so much more open to it. So that's why I love seeing like younger generations getting so interested in it. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I agree. I love it. I love it too, though, because I mean, especially with my son, it's like I don't want him to grow up being scared of this kind of stuff, you know. So it's like I try to make it as normal as possible with him. Like, oh yeah, this is just something that happens. You know, let's talk about it. Let's watch Coco.
Yeah. Oh my God. I could not explain it better myself. I mean, watching that, like I watch it all the time, and I'm like, that's perfect, because it takes the scariness out of it. You know, because they watch these shows and everything is over dramatic and you know, has the D word, and Coco is just, it just shows its family and its people. And I think it was perfect for him to watch, and he watches it all the time. I'm like, thank God for Disney.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
But so in your guys' journeys, have you ever come across something a little scarier?
Oh gosh.
Oh, you giggle like something's happened.
We actually talk a lot about this stuff on our podcast. Yeah.
This story. So I think this. Okay. So what I'm gonna talk about is probably the story that we always talk about most, as kind of an example of what really, I'm gonna say, maybe put Vanessa and I like into it even more, like drove us more so into the paranormal. So Vanessa was talking about how you know, we started out investigating, well, I'll say quote unquote investigating, because I mean really we're just walking around with like recorders and trying to see what's happening. We're like,
and MapQuest.
Yeah, 18 years. And so up until probably I was in high school, she was in college. You know, we would just go off on our own, just with our new friends, doing whatever it was, usually around Halloween, obviously, as most kids do. But the very first real investigation that we ever went on was kind of like a public investigation, and it was at right here in Lee, there's a place called Quarters One, and it's on the Rock Island Arsenal. So in Rock Island, Illinois, there's the arsenal. And so obviously there's a lot of like historic buildings there. And this one specific one, which is known as Quarters One, it used to be the home to the highest ranking officer on the arsenal at that time, and is actually the second largest government residence behind the White House. So this place was offering a public investigation. So we're like, oh, holy crap, awesome, let's go. Like, we've never been to like a real one. So here we all go with like Vanessa and I, and then like our group that would always go. And really excited to kind of hear like the history. That's something that Vanessa and I really love about all of this, is really like the history of everything. Why is everything happening at these certain locations? So when they started the investigation, it was probably like 30 minutes of like the history lesson of the location. And then the rest of the night, it was really the building and set everybody loose and pretty much just see what you find. So eventually when we get into the investigation part of things, our team of like 6 broke up into like 2s. And so I remember I was with somebody else, Vanessa was with somebody else, and then 2 other members went off on their own. So probably within 20 minutes of the investigation, all of a sudden we hear these two other team members. One of them was calling for Vanessa and myself. Like, Lily, Vanessa, where are you? Lily, Vanessa, hurry up. Come over here. Hurry. I'm like, what the heck is happening? And so we're trying to find our way, like, because this building is huge. And so eventually we find them. And we're like, what's going on? And one of our members, though, in tears, like in hysterics. And we're trying to talk to her, and we're like, oh my God, what's going on? What's wrong? Are you okay? This and that. And she just couldn't get anything out, could not stop crying. And so we're like, what the hell? And so we didn't know what to do. So we went to go find one of the investigators that was there, that was holding the investigation. We're like, hey, what do we do? This is happening. And they're like, oh, get her out of the building, get her out of the building. So we got her out of the building. As soon as we leave, like as soon as we walk out the door of the building, she stops. Like she's perfectly fine. And we're talking to her. We're like, are you okay? Like, what happened? And she's like, yeah, I'm fine. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, like you were like in hysterics.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, I don't know what happened. Like, I just couldn't control myself. All of a sudden, like I lost like all pretty much my feelings, and I just couldn't get it together, and I don't know why. So we refused to go back after that. So these two members just kind of like troll-a-lod the rest of the time while all the rest of us had fun. But we're kind of there just talking about, what happened, this, that, and the other. And after that moment, honestly, that one team member of ours just refused to ever go on an investigation with us ever again. Like, this was just way too much for her to handle. She's like, I just can't do this. Like, I don't know what that was. I don't know why it happened to me, but I didn't like it, and I don't want to do this anymore. And so we're like, okay, totally get it. And so we kind of just left it at that. Flash forward, though, when Vanessa and I were doing the podcast, when we first started, I think it was like one of the first episodes that we did an episode on Quarters 1, and we reached out to a local paranormal team and wanted to see if they could tell us a little bit more about Quarters 1. And they're like, oh, yeah, absolutely. We're the first team that actually investigated that building, so we can tell you pretty much anything you want to know. We're like, awesome. We've actually been on an investigation there. And so we were like, actually, can we talk to you about something? So we told her about what happened. And she's like, okay, where was this team member at? Do you remember where at in the building? And we told her exactly where she was. And she's like, okay, that makes sense. Because one of the spirits that is known to still be in the house is that of one of the officers that used to pretty much reside in the building. And he was known to essentially abuse one of the maids, one of the servants, constantly, every single day, like clockwork. And that room that our team member pretty much lost it in was the servant's room. Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
so as Ariel, who's actually the investigator that we were interviewing for the podcast, she was telling us, she's like, yeah, your team member is not the first one to actually feel that as they walk into that room, or, as they come to the threshold of that room. Some people can't even cross it. And I'm like, that's actually what happened to our team member. She couldn't get past like the threshold of the room. Like, she just lost it right there. And Ariel was telling us, like, yeah, she was taking on the emotions of the servants that were in that room. And so I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
That is.
Well, and does that, like, when things like that happen, I always wonder, because, everybody has abilities. It's just if they know how to access them or not. And being in such a high emotional, spiritual area, I wonder if she, either it was like a step in where she just fully felt the emotion, or if it was like abilities that she just had never tapped into.
Lily and I thought the same thing.
Yeah. Like, Vanessa and I have talked about it constantly since that day. And, even just other things that have happened with this specific team member, we do think that she does have abilities of some sort. And we talked to her about it too. We're like, we think that you do have something. Like, do we want to talk about it more? Do we want to like educate ourselves? But she's just like, no, I don't want to deal with any of this. Like, I don't want to.
Just scared of it.
Yeah.
Scared of it.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and that also happens, you know, when people I love that. I had to put that up there.
That's awesome.
And you know, people that kind of start out like that too, she might not know how to fully like protect herself in that sense, so that emotion doesn't take over. But I could see that that's scary. That
like
can
very
be
overwhelming,
terrifying, especially if you're
especially if you're not like expecting it to happen to you. Like it's you like it's one of your first investigations and something like that happens to you. Like
you're like, what the heck just happened?
Well,
she was actually pretty young at the time as well. So that's why we don't fault her for feeling the way that she did, like refusing to do this ever again. I mean, I will say that Vanessa and I, selfishly, we tried to like, hey, do you want to come out with us?
Over.
Because we do want to see what happened with her. But
a science experiment of sorts.
A little bit of a guinea pig. But I mean, and also the fear. I mean, you said if she was a little bit younger, people who don't really understand it that well, like that fear of an attachment. Because, you know, you always hear about that, like, oh, something attached themselves, or oh, something followed me home. It doesn't happen as much as people think it might, but that would be a situation of like, oh boy, I'm gonna have to call a couple friends and get rid of this guy.
True.
I think that's exactly it, though. It's like, the fear of the unknown, the fear of if something does happen, what am I gonna do? Like, I don't know, because we don't know either. Like, what would we do?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. Lily's being honest.
If that happens, call us. We have friends who know how to.
It's like, well, that's on you. See ya.
Good luck.
Yeah. Like, you're not invited over anymore. No, if that ever happens, you call us. We have friends that know how to handle that situation. I always make sure.
That would just leave me.
There's been a couple sketchy. I don't want to say sketchy. It makes the location sound bad, but there's been a couple locations where there are little sketchy spirits. Where I'm like, you stay put.
Oh my gosh, there was one time when we were at Ashmore, Vanessa, when we went.
Oh yeah.
So we were at Ashmore Estates down in like southern Illinois. We were with Eternal Paranormal. I know Alicia's in the chat. Shout out Alicia, Eternal Paranormal. But they were going to be going down, so of course we tagged along with them. So legit, we tag along with like anybody who will have us will tag along. So we tagged along with
Cough, cough, hint, hint.
That's what I'm. Come with us.
You bring the coffee, and you're more than welcome anytime.
We'll do it.
Yeah, you bring the coffee. We'll bring the entertainment. We love scaring Tom, so you guys have to be
we're all
on
good
that.
about scaring people. We love scaring people.
I don't agree to this at all. I agree to the coffee part, but not the other part.
What were they saying? So Ashmore.
The attachment.
Yeah, the attachment thing. So it was when we were actually leaving. So when we were leaving, it was an overnight. That was actually the first overnight investigation Vanessa and I did. And so when we were leaving the next morning, it was in my car. So it was me, Vanessa, and I think Alicia was in our car. And so as we're driving off the property, one of the spirits of Ashmore is a little girl. And so one of the things that we were doing during the investigation, Vanessa was like reading children's books, playing like nursery rhymes, like just over our phone. And we were getting interactions with this little girl and kind of just playing little games with her. So we had like a really great time with her. But as we were leaving the next morning, I had my phone. It's hooked up to obviously by the Bluetooth, and so I was playing music. And all of a sudden, it just switched over to like a nursery rhyme. Even though I wasn't playing the music at all, Vanessa was playing it from her phone when she was interacting with the little girl. And so Elva, that's who it was.
Yes,
thank you,
Elva.
Yes. So all of a sudden, like my phone switched over to like kids music, like nursery rhymes. And we're like, we all just froze. We're like, the hell happened? And so I'm like, okay, well, it was just probably something stupid. So I fixed it and I thought nothing of it. I go to drive away again and it happened again. I'm like, what the hell? And Alicia was like, no, like, wait, let's pause here. Let's talk to Elva, tell her that she needs to stay here in case she's with us. So we did like this whole like spiel for her to like stay, we'll come back and visit you soon. But yeah, I think that was pretty crazy.
Although secretly Lily wanted to listen to nursery rhymes in the car, I bet.
Well, it kind of keeps you energized and it always puts you in a good mood. I've never seen anybody in a bad mood listening to nursery rhymes. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. You guys said that you like had to stop and kind of talk to her, because I do that with the guys. Every location that we leave, like, it sounds silly, but I'm like, okay, it's time to do that thing. And we have this whole spiel we do. And then I actually, and people think I'm crazy, after we're like, okay, stay here, we'll visit, we'll come back, blah, blah, blah. I make everybody walk out.
She
backwards.
does. It's true. It's the weirdest thing in the world.
Because if you think about it, how many people attack you or attach to the front? Nobody. It's always, they always sneak up behind, behind you. So I'm like, all right, if you're going to come home with me, we're going to live in the eyes, buddy. Like, and so far, knock on wood, it has worked. But I'm like, it's when they follow you home,
can't just walk through you to your back.
You guys are behind me. That's why you guys are first.
That's the point.
Makes sense.
But and like a lot of people I've talked to with attachments and stuff, it's always been like when the person least expected it, or they followed them when they were walking out, and I'm like, nope. And in my brain, it works. So I've always done it.
Well, that's part of what it is. Just like you're setting your intentions and stuff like that too. Like, no, you're not allowed to come with us. Like,
right.
Kind of.
I will say,
you gotta be stern about it.
This last place we did, it was probably the first time I've ever felt that we had to do it.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if you guys ever come on an investigation with us, we always stay the night at the location.
No, we don't.
Sign us up.
Well, okay.
No, we don't.
Well, unless Tom has a feeling, but we 99% of the time we sleep in the location, because there's a lot of things that happen to us when we're sleeping as well. And because, our guards are down, a lot of things happen. I mean, now our last location, we were investigating in the middle of it. Tom goes, hey, I booked us a hotel.
I had to. And there was things happening that just, I knew 100% we were not staying the night at that place.
Oh, wow.
Midway through, Tom was like, no, I don't think this is happening.
Oh, wow.
Why? What happened?
Just...
That's up to you guys. You guys are at it. So it's technically going to be an episode. It might have something we tell you when we go offline. But
shout out to Joe's
I
comments,
can say,
he likes to walk out of the bar backwards as well.
Oh, here we go. Add Joe up there. I will say it was at the Doss House. Okay. If you guys haven't been to the Doss House yet, it's in Loretto, PA. It's a great location. Always really interesting things that happen. I've been there twice, and I guess one time it wasn't for an episode. And there was a lot of things going on during the investigation. It was 5 women, and we were all or 4 of us, 4 girls.
That's Ashley.
But a lot of it happened after we went to sleep. It was, so the Doss House has cameras for security. So there's cameras in every room, and they turn on with motion and with sound. And when I was sleeping, I specifically had this dream that was so real that I thought that I was going to have to grab 2 of the girls and run. It was, I don't think we'll get canceled, but it was a man sitting in a chair holding a, pew pew, we'll say. Pew, I don't know if I can say it. Holding a little pew pew, right? And he was talking about. I gotta think of some politically way. No, on TikTok you get banned for saying certain words. So I'm trying to maneuver this in a proper way, but
that's a whole color from now on, Ashley. Do you
it doesn't sound that scary when you call it a pew pew. But he was holding one, and I could see like the glare of it. And he was talking to himself, and he's rocking in this chair, talking about how all of them have to. and how he was going to do it. And he kept saying, all of them have to, all of them have to.
Mhm.
And then he goes, the one upstairs first.
Oh.
And he gets up and he walks right past me as I'm sleeping, as I'm laying on the couch. And I remember sitting up and being like, because there was one upstairs and two in the room with me. And I was like, all right, the one upstairs, love you, but sorry. The other
You're on
two,
your own.
yeah, like,
Sorry, guys.
Like it's too late for you.
yeah, like he's already halfway up the stairs. The front door is right there.
Damn.
So I was like, okay, I can grab the other two and drag them out real fast and like we can go. And I sit up and he disappears.
Wow.
Right. So then another girl that was sleeping in the same room in the middle of the night, she had told us that she had an extreme panic attack and she was trying to pray and all she could get out was our Father. And she couldn't say the rest of it. It was our Father. And she had to look it up to read it. And she said she got up and she was pacing back and forth, ironically, the same path that guy had taken. And so after all this is said and done, I call Shauna, who owns the Doss House. I told her about it. She checks the cameras. Neither one of us ever got up. There was no motion. So we don't know what happened. I never sat up. I never got up to deal with what I thought I saw. She never paced. It was like it all just happened while we were sleeping.
That's crazy.
And it was, and the other girl said she had got up a couple times and went into the kitchen because she thought she heard noises. She never got up.
Oh,
It was weird.
So
I don't
then
know.
Ashley took us to this
It
place.
likes the. So then I take the guys after this. Yeah.
So, and they originally wanted to sleep there. After she tells us these stories that she had from her last time she was there, she wants us to all sleep there.
Because this time we were going to film it.
Moral of the story: I'm going to sleep in the same room as Ashley from now on. Just she won't leave me upstairs by myself.
Ashley has this horrible habit of waking me up in the middle of the night, saying there's things in the room or in the hallway, and then not remembering it,
Oh God.
and then going right back to sleep and leaving me there.
Oh my God.
And then I don't sleep at all, and I have to drive home the next day.
Oh,
geez.
That's funny. God, I love that.
But
So at least we're entertaining if you guys come.
We're about it. We're
yeah, I
about
can
it.
watch Tom lose his mind because of these two.
So if there was a place that you guys could absolutely investigate, or actually, I wanted this to be a two-part question.
Uh-oh.
So first question is if there was any place, no restrictions, no nothing that you guys could investigate, which location would that be? And then if there was a location worldwide that you could collaborate with for a new coffee, which one would that be?
That's so cool.
Wow, we've never been asked that.
That's a really awesome question. I love it. So instinctively, like the one for the coffee, it totally. I'm obsessed with like Dracula. Okay, so I
was going to say the same thing. Yeah.
Yes. So I mean, I know it's not Dracula's real castle, but I would love to do something with that castle. Like I want to first of all go. I want to be able to go there. That's one of my bucket list that probably will never happen, but I like to say that's one of my bucket list places. Like if we're talking worldwide, that would be it. Like I love it. Like I love reading about anything that happens at that location, any episodes of any shows that film there. I'm always all about it. So, I mean, I think it just has like some really incredible just history that's tied to it. And I know that obviously, like I said, even though it's very loosely based, Dracula's very loosely based on that. It still does have that kind of connection to it and what everybody associates with Dracula. So that would be my number one. Yes.
I think for me, I don't know why, but lately I've been really drawn to the Winchester house. I even bought a book on it like a few months ago. I haven't read it yet, but it's sitting there. But yeah, I've been really, it's sitting there. No, but I've been really drawn to that lately. And I don't know why, but I don't know. It just all of a sudden popped into my head. I'm like, oh yeah, that place.
I love that. I love that.
I think it would be cool for that too.
One of the places, actually, funny you bring this up, Ashley, because we actually had an episode on the podcast where we talked about like bucket list locations. And one of them we were actually able to, I guess I'll say semi cross off the list just a couple of months ago. We were in Colorado and we got to see the Stanley Hotel. And we were able to do like, a tour of the place and do like a paranormal. It was like a public investigation. But still, we were able to get in there and actually go through and tour the building itself.
That was on our bucket list, so yeah.
That was.
Did you guys get feelings there?
So there was this, I think it was probably at the end of the tour, Vanessa, where I don't even know where the heck we were, but I know we were in some like basement dark room where there's like.
Oh, it was that tunnel that connected, I think.
Tunnel, yes. So there's like a tunnel. And it was like pitch black in there. Like you could not see in front of your face. And what was really cool though is that the tour guide, before we went into this room, he's like, okay, I'm going to show you some stuff of like past tours that people have caught on camera while they're in here. So make sure you're taking pictures, doing whatever you want to do. But some of the pictures that he was showing us was like, gosh, I don't even know. I mean, honestly, it reminded me, Vanessa, I don't know about you, but it reminded me of that thing from Lord of the Rings, the little
Gollum.
It reminded me.
I've seen something like that before. Yes.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, that is creepy. But yeah, I mean, that was probably the only spot where I did feel something.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I don't know if anybody else.
See that comment?
I'm putting it up here, but I just want to let you guys know I live like 10-15 minutes from the original Dahmer house, which makes it even funnier.
Do you really?
I do.
That would be a good one.
It's got to have some type of raspberry in it for that red coloring. Yes, it's like I think the original house that he committed his first murder.
Oh, geez.
Yes, like 17 is 10-15 minutes down the road.
God,
Crazy.
do people live in it?
They do.
Oh, that's fun.
They do. Yeah, and they
have you heard anything happening or
no? It was so people drive by it all the time. So they did kind of put up like a no trespassing because the woods and stuff are still there where he kind of hid certain body parts.
Yeah.
They tried to like make it look a little different, but it's Dahmer's house. Everybody knows the address doesn't change. So. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Back to Gollum.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So that was probably the only place that I did feel kind of like a little creeped out because it was you couldn't see anything and like you felt like something was looking at you but you can't see. So that was pretty creepy. But I mean, even outside of like paranormal stuff, I want to go back to the Stanley though because they have amazing tours there. They have like a whiskey tour. Like, first of all, I never knew that Stanley does their own whiskey.
No.
And then they do like this. So they also have like a cryogenically frozen man. Like, did you know this? Yeah.
No, I did not know this.
I didn't
Okay.
know that one.
I feel like I was a dog, like my ears perked up. I need to know.
So they have like this tour too. I think it's called like the Frozen Dead Guy tour. And somehow, like in some like city around like Estes Park, this guy who's I think is like from Sweden, he wanted like in his will, you know, I need to be frozen, you know, figure it out. And so somehow they froze this guy, and so he got moved from where he used to be into the Stanley Hotel. So somewhere in the Stanley Hotel is this frozen dead guy.
Wow.
No wonder people think it's haunted.
Gotta find the frozen dead guy.
And there's actually like a festival called the Frozen Dead Guy Days or something like that.
Okay, well, they need to find a new like marketer for the names.
Oh god,
that's so crazy. No, I had no idea they had a frozen guy.
Yeah, so they got a lot of cool stuff happening there.
Yeah, they do. Mm-hmm.
I am loving his comments tonight.
I know.
That's hilarious.
Oh man.
Did you see the one where he asked about sucking the coffee grounds?
Yes.
Yes. I also, when I was talking about the dream, he said that's why he stopped drinking antifreeze. I'll throw that one up there too.
So
Oh my
let's talk about your guys' podcast. Where can everybody listen to that?
So we are honestly everywhere that you can listen to a podcast, you will find us. Spotify, Pandora, iHeart, Apple Podcasts, anywhere you can find us. I will say that me and Vanessa laugh about this all the time. We've taken an unintended hiatus from the podcast, but we are going to start recording again because we do have a couple of other things that since we took our break in, what was it, Vanessa? Was it March?
Who even knows anymore? I think it was March, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was March. So we took like a really long spring break is what happened.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes you need that, trust us.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the MTV house, minus the beach, minus all that.
Yeah.
That would, you know what? That might be a golden idea. Get a bunch of us podcasters in a house for the summer.
Oh man.
Like Real Road.
Yeah.
Man.
Road Rules Challenge.
But like
that.
podcasters gone wild or something.
That
As long as we can get the Frozen Dead guy, it would be great.
He could be like, he could be the centerpiece, like in our like foyer.
yes, I mean podcast. Yeah, I mean we're gonna be back. We just don't know when. I guess it'll be a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
and
all the
I
old
have to,
podcasts are. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I have to say, yeah, all the old podcasts are there and you can put them in on Spotify at least. You can put them in order of date, and I like that you guys talk like a bunch of different topics. So that's one of the things that I kind of like because it's nice to put it in and just work and listen to.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Ashley. So I will never forget this. So the day that Vanessa and I realized that we actually had people listening to
Well, first of all, after we got through the initial shock.
So we were at the very first Wreck Island Roadhouse show. So this was probably like 3
years ago.
3 years ago, I think it was.
Yeah.
So we were just there doing our coffee, and all of a sudden somebody comes up to our table and was like, "Oh my gosh, I am your number one fan." And we're like, "Oh, what do you mean for what? Like number one?"
Wait, was that me? Because I definitely came over and was like, "Hi, will you guys take a picture?" And I still have the picture.
She fangirled.
I did. I still have it. Don't make me pull it up.
That. Yeah, I remember that.
But that show was the first time we realized people listen to our show because after you, 2 other people came over and we're talking about the podcast. We're like, "Oh my God, listen, like you are incredible. I love you. Like let's take pictures all around." And so it's funny because now that we've taken our long spring break, we have listeners emailing and reaching out on Facebook, like, "Are you guys recording another episode or what's happening?" Like, "Oh my God, we will record one for you." Yes, we will. We will.
See, and that's so nice because I feel like there's so many, it's hard podcasting because you never really know. Like some people like just the random off the wall, what you can hear on radio shows. Some people want a very structured, in 1912 this happened and in 1913 this happened. Yes. And it's hard. So hearing that people are watching and wanting you guys to like produce more, that's so awesome.
Well, and it's just
congratulations for that. That's awesome, guys.
Yay, thank you.
Because God, like I don't even think we go back to listen to like our first like 2 seasons because I think, like they're horrible, like
cringy. They're cringe.
And so like, we've like obviously like evolved and like added new things based on like what. Oh yeah, ghosty tidbits. Yes, Alicia. So that's what.
Yes, Alicia.
To our last 2 seasons was just a way to incorporate. Oh, because I had gotten somebody gave me like a paranormal calendar. And so every day of the year, there's like a really cool new tidbit. I'm like, oh, let me share this on the podcast. Like, so it's always like fun to kind of talk about.
Yeah, we like to have fun on it. So
yeah, little quizzes here and there. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to kind of come up with new things and just share them on the show. As of lately, since we do have fans apparently, and people write in and just comment whatever, we will read like comments or mail that we get. So that's always exciting. But yeah, I mean, we love it. We love the podcast because honestly, that's pretty much where we all started. So we will definitely be getting back to that sometime soon here in the near future.
Well, let us know because we'll help promote it too, and that way everyone knows you guys are coming back.
Yay.
That's so awesome. So unfortunately, it is slightly coming to time, but for anybody who might be newer or maybe doesn't know where to find and follow you guys, where can they find you? Where can they follow you?
Yeah, so you can find us at our website, hauntedhappyhourqc.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and we do go to different events as well. So our next couple of events are going to be October 4th, I believe, is the Rock Island Roadhouse Esoteric Expo. So we'll be there slinging our special coffee drinks. And then
I'll be there all day.
I'll be visiting you guys.
Actually, yes. Let me just toss out there, we will have a limited number of tumblers. So anybody who gets to snag one of our tumblers, you get unlimited refills for the whole freaking day. So if you get one of those, bring it back to the booth and we will refill it.
I'm a Tumblr girl.
Here you go. It's for you then.
Don't tell me free refills. I laps around the building.
Refills.
So we'll be at the Rock Island Esoteric Expo, and then our last show of the year is the Benton County Fall Market, October 18th in Benton, Iowa.
Yep. And then we'll do little investigations here and there with teams and such.
Yes.
And then if you want to get any of our merch, like our shirts or like we mentioned, our coffees, you can get on our website and check it out.
Yes.
And you can also get to the podcast from the website as well.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So
Yes,
there's a link there that'll take you to the Spotify so you guys can listen, like I said, put it in order and start from the beginning.
Yep. And then you can see our events as well on our website.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on. Stay on once we end because I want to talk to you guys about something. But thank you guys so much for being on. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun.
Thanks for having us.
We did. It was awesome.
I can't wait to see you guys in Rock Island. I think it's going to be great.
We need another picture, Ashley.
Yes.
We do. It'll be a tradition.
I'll come up again and be like, can I take a picture with you guys?
Yay.
And we'll get the guys in it too, I guess. They can join.
Gee, I feel so special.
It'll be fun.
It will. And hey, we can stop and get coffee when we get our picture. How about that, Tom?
I mean, I'm okay with the coffee.
Okay. All right. Well, everyone, we will be back next week with Lantern Rescue. They help save and rehabilitate people that have been affected by sexual violence or sex trafficking. So that's going to be a very interesting show. So join us next week. And ladies, thank you so much. And everyone, go to the website, buy the coffee. It's delicious. I promise you, I've had it. Try it out. Don't buy my last coffin, though. We're going to fight. So, everyone have a good night. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Underworld Culture Convention. It's to die for.